The year was 2013. White smoke billowed from the chimney atop the Sistine Chapel, signaling the election of a new pope. Anticipation gripped the world. Who would lead the Catholic Church into the 21st century? From the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica, Cardinal Jean-Louis Tauran uttered the words, "Annuntio vobis gaudium magnum, habemus papam." We have a pope. The new pontiff, Jorge Mario Bergoglio of Argentina, chose the name Francis, a radical departure from tradition. He was the first pope from the Americas, the first Jesuit pope, and the first to take the name of St. Francis of Assisi, the champion of the poor. Pope Francis's election marked a turning point for the Catholic Church. His humility, his emphasis on mercy and social justice, and his call for a poor church for the poor resonated deeply with Catholics and non-Catholics alike. His election ushered in a new era of hope and renewal. The process of electing a pope is steeped in centuries of tradition and history. The papacy, the office of the pope, traces its roots back to St. Peter, whom Catholics believe was chosen by Jesus Christ as the first leader of the church. In the early church, bishops were chosen by local communities. However, as the church grew and faced persecution, the need for a strong central leader became increasingly apparent. The Bishop of Rome, considered the successor of St. Peter, gradually assumed a position of primacy. Over time, the process of selecting the pope became more formalized. Early church councils established rules and procedures for papal elections. These rules evolved over the centuries, reflecting the changing political and religious landscape of Europe. The modern conclave, the secret gathering of cardinals to elect a new pope, emerged in the 13th century. It was designed to prevent outside interference and ensure a free and fair election. Upon the death or resignation of a pope, the Catholic Church enters a period known as sede vacante, Latin for the seat being vacant. The College of Cardinals, the Pope's closest advisors, assumes temporary governance of the Church. Within 15 days of the sede vacante, cardinals from around the world converge on the Vatican for the conclave. These men, known as cardinal electors, are responsible for choosing the next successor of St. Peter. The conclave takes place within the Vatican city-state, a tiny sovereign nation within the heart of Rome. The cardinals are sequestered from the outside world, their communication strictly monitored. This isolation is crucial to ensure the sanctity and integrity of the election process. The conclave is held in the Sistine Chapel, a masterpiece of Renaissance art adorned with Michelangelo's breathtaking frescoes. This sacred space, steeped in history and religious significance, serves as the backdrop for one of the most important events in the Catholic calendar. Before the conclave begins, the cardinal electors gather in St. Peter's Basilica for a special mass, invoking the Holy Spirit to guide their deliberations. They then process solemnly to the Sistine Chapel, chanting the ancient Litany of Saints. Once inside the Sistine Chapel, the cardinals take a solemn oath, pledging to uphold the secrecy of the conclave and to vote according to their conscience. This oath is taken with the utmost seriousness, and any breach of confidentiality is considered a grave sin. The cardinals are sworn to secrecy about everything that transpires within the conclave, the discussions, the voting patterns, even the candidates' names. This secrecy is intended to protect the integrity of the election and prevent outside influence. The penalty for breaking the oath of secrecy is excommunication, the most severe punishment the Church can impose. This highlights the gravity with which the Church takes the conclave and the importance of maintaining its integrity. Section 5. Ballots and Black Smoke, the drama of the vote. The heart of the conclave lies in the secret ballot, the mechanism by which the cardinals choose the next pope. The process is steeped in tradition and symbolism, reflecting the solemnity of the occasion. The cardinals, each seated at a small table draped in purple cloth, carefully inscribe their choice for pope on a rectangular ballot paper. The ballots are then folded and deposited in a silver urn, symbolizing the offering of their votes to God. After each round of voting, the ballots are carefully counted and then burned in a special stove within the Sistine Chapel. If the required 2/3 majority has not been reached, black smoke, created by adding special chemicals to the burning ballots, billows from the chimney, signaling to the world that a new pope has not yet been chosen. The sight of black smoke rising from the Sistine Chapel is a powerful reminder of the weight of the decision facing the cardinals. It is a moment of suspense and anticipation for Catholics worldwide who eagerly await the election of a new spiritual leader. Section 6, Habemus Papam, announcing the new pontiff to the world. When a candidate finally receives the required two-thirds majority, the atmosphere within the Sistine Chapel transforms. The Dean of the College of Cardinals approaches the elected candidate and asks, "Do you accept your canonical election as Supreme Pontiff?" Upon the candidate's acceptance, white smoke, a symbol of purity and the Holy Spirit, pours from the chimney, announcing to the world that a new pope has been chosen. The bells of St. Peter's Basilica ring out in joyous celebration. The new pope then retires to the Room of Tears, a small chamber adjacent to the Sistine Chapel. Here he dons the papal white cassock for the first time, a tangible symbol of his new role as the Vicar of Christ. Finally, the new pope appears on the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica, where the senior cardinal deacon pronounces the traditional Latin phrase, Annuntio vobis gaudium magnum, habemus papam. I announce to you a great joy. We have a pope. The crowd erupts in cheers, eager to catch a glimpse of the man chosen to lead the Catholic Church. Section 7, Whispers from the Sistine Chapel, Intrigue and Anecdotes. The secrecy surrounding the conclave has inevitably led to speculation and intrigue throughout history. Whispers of backroom deals, political maneuvering, and even divine intervention have circulated for centuries. One such anecdote concerns the election of Pope Gregory X in 1271. The cardinals, deeply divided, were unable to agree on a candidate for over 2 years. Finally, the exasperated citizens of Viterbo, where the conclave was being held, locked the cardinals in the papal palace and even tore off part of the roof, hoping to speed up the process. Another intriguing tale involves the election of Pope John Paul I in 1978. Cardinal Albino Luciani, a humble and unassuming patriarch from Venice, was elected after a remarkably short conclave. His election was seen as a surprise, and his subsequent death after only 33 days in office fueled conspiracy theories that he had been murdered. While such stories may be apocryphal, they reflect the enduring fascination with the papacy and the mystique surrounding the conclave. The secrecy of the process, while essential to its integrity, has also fueled the public's imagination. Section 8, the Francis Effect, a papacy of humility and reform. Pope Francis's election in 2013 sent shockwaves through the Catholic Church and beyond. His choice of the name Francis, after the humble saint of Assisi, signaled a radical departure from his predecessors and a commitment to simplicity, compassion, and service to the poor. Francis's papacy has been marked by a renewed emphasis on mercy and forgiveness. He has reached out to marginalized communities, including the LGBTQ+ community, divorced and remarried Catholics and migrants and refugees. His message of compassion and inclusion has resonated with millions worldwide. Francis has also been a vocal advocate for social justice, speaking out against economic inequality, climate change, and the plight of the poor and marginalized. His encyclical letter Laudato Si, on care for creation, has been hailed as a landmark document on environmentalism. His papacy has not been without its critics. Some conservatives have accused him of being too liberal, while some liberals have criticized his stance on issues such as abortion and same-sex marriage. However, there is no doubt that Pope Francis has left an indelible mark on the Catholic Church and the world. Section 9. The Enduring Legacy, Papal Elections and the Future of the Church. The process of electing a new pope is a testament to the enduring legacy of the Catholic Church. It is a tradition that has evolved over centuries, reflecting the changing times while remaining true to its core values. Each papal election is a moment of great significance for the Catholic Church. It is a time for reflection, prayer, and discernment as the cardinals seek to choose a leader who will guide the Church in the years to come. The election of Pope Francis has ushered in a new era of hope and possibility for the Catholic Church. His papacy is a reminder that the Church is a living, breathing institution capable of change and renewal. As the Church faces the challenges of the 21st century, the process of electing a new pope will continue to be a vital part of its identity and mission. The Conclave, with its ancient rituals and traditions, serves as a powerful symbol of the Church's continuity and its enduring relevance in a rapidly changing world. It is a reminder that even in an age of instant communication and technological advancement, some things, faith, tradition, and the search for spiritual leadership, transcend time